Liverpool. Their records this season are a mirror image. Liverpool have won 9, drawn 1, lost 1. While the Saints have won 1, drawn 1 and lost 9. Reflections from these two to come. A first commentary from Simon Brothers.
At the end of the season, days like this and results like this, the ones that really make the difference, do you think?
I think yes. So that's the games where you have to step up from 2-1 down. You can still show your quality, how much you want to be at the top at the end.
Do you feel that perhaps the opening goal sort of encapsulated Southampton's season in a way that you played very well for half an hour, and then suddenly there's that one mistake and you're behind in a match?
It's not good from us. I don't think it encapsulates our season. We haven't worked, and it's my fault for asking them to play quickly, but I think we have to recognise on a pitch at that time that Liverpool have had a lot of the ball in our final third for quite some time. They've got a lot of players around the ball, so I have to take responsibility for that, not the players. We played some really good stuff and stuck at it the whole way through. We tried to be aggressive with the ball, but yeah, I'm disappointed with the quality of the goals we conceded, and yeah, I think we should have a penalty at 2-1 up as well about Armstrong. The goalie tries to play the ball and misses it and collides to Adam, and then he's given a handball against Adam. So in my opinion, it's a penalty. 2-1 is a big moment, but it is what it is.
You have to keep winning, because if you don't, the other ones will. That's what we try to do every game. And now it's Real Madrid, and next Sunday it's City. So
that's what you're here for, isn't it?
Yeah, I just said to the players, I think these two teams dominated European football in the last 4 or 5 years. So you couldn't wish for more than play these two games in the upcoming week at home.
We'll do, Steph, first of all. Let's do the penalty, because Russell Martin felt they should have had a penalty, Southampton. What do you think?
Yeah, he was really upset in that interview. And to be honest, I think you see two angles of the incident. And I think with the way that Southampton were defending, and at that moment in the game, they were actually getting on top of Liverpool. They just scored to make it 2-1. And I think once that ball goes through to Armstrong, I think obviously him and Bradley are jostling for the ball, and I think they're claiming handball because he lands on it. But in this instance here, I think you see Keller come out here and doesn't take any of the ball. So I can kind of understand his frustration. And and it wasn't given, and that would have made it 3-1 if it was.
But when we saw this, Danny, when we were watching the game, we can see that Armstrong's also got hold of Bradley.
Yeah, I think it would have been soft, but I do understand Russell Martin's grievance. I mean, some weeks you will see them given, so it's not an outrageous disappointment from him. But I think that would have been soft.
Okay, let's talk about Liverpool, because, Danny, they needed to step up the intensity, especially second half when they were 2-1 down.
Yeah, when you're struggling a little bit, and they weren't at the scintillating best, partly because of Southampton being good, you need players who are prepared to step up, take responsibility, take risks, and try and impact the game. You have to be brave. And top players do that. Too many midfielders play safe, don't take enough responsibility, as far as I'm concerned, looking at it from a midfielder myself. And that man today was Ryan Gravenberch. He's had a terrific season, mainly been applauded for his defensive work. But I think his attacking work and his willingness to take risks today was exceptional. He's brilliant at this, skipping by players, running forward the ball. I know he gives the ball away, but he tries to play somebody in. He's not passing on the responsibility. Hate seeing that, as I said. Winning the ball back, great at that. Getting himself forward into dangerous areas, picking the right pass. Nunez has his shot blocked. And again, we see it taking responsibility. I'll have the ball. I'll get it under pressure. Look, his head up. He's always looking forward, trying to get Salah in. And what's great about this next pass that gives Salah the goal, the equaliser, he's just given 2 away. And he's still prepared to take responsibility. And that's what I'm talking about. Great mentality in top players. See it from this angle. Beautiful pass. Great touch from Salah. And sometimes credit has to go to players for taking risks, even when it doesn't work. And that's why I wanted to do him today. This bit encapsulates his season in many ways. The work ethic, the ability to spot danger, put fires out, and then use the ball really well. There was other good performances. Szoboszlai did well first half, but I think overall in the second half, he was the one that grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck.
And let's take a look at the stats here as well, Steph. These are the biggest points gaps. Premier League leaders after 12 games. Liverpool right up there. They all went on to win the league, apart from, we remember it well, Newcastle United in 1995-96. Sorry, Newcastle fans, remind you of that. But, Steph, is it theirs?
You know what? I think they've put themselves in a great position, I think, to be 8 points ahead, and the way that they're playing, they really are in form. And I think next Sunday's game is going to be actually crucial for the season. I think playing Manchester City at Anfield is going to be a really tough game. But at the same time, I think Liverpool at this moment in time are really in pole position.
You're buzzing, aren't you?
Don't get carried away. I think every Liverpool fan is a little bit surprised how well he's adapted, Arne Slot, and how well the team's adapted to what he wants.
How quickly he's adapted to the Premier League as well.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the fixtures at Liverpool at the moment.
Well, Liverpool fans are used to playing big games. You know, they're not like you, Cardiff. They don't. They don't need it. I'm sorry.
20 minutes into the program.
I think this week's way would not be brilliant against Madrid because they've got other games in the Champions League. But the City one, as Steph said, if they win that, 11 points, that is a huge, huge gap. And really exciting time for Liverpool supporters. And as you said earlier, great strength in depth, especially in attacking areas.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to go back to Southampton because they've unearthed a gem in Tyler Dibbling, haven't they, Steph?
Yeah, I really do think they have. I think when Southampton set up today in a 5-4-1, they needed someone to kind of grab the game for them and take them up the pitch. And Tyler Dibbling was certainly that. I think, as you said, a star of the future, and he plays a massive role in this first goal. I think to be able to pick up the ball in them midfield areas and drive at Andy Robertson, who's been great for so many seasons for Liverpool, and get the penalty for Southampton was fantastic. And I just love the fact that he's able to kind of tease players in. He's against Robertson and Jones here, skips past them, and I love this kind of awareness and his decision making to try that pass to the outside. So it doesn't come off, but I think Van Dijk is so powerful with his running, and he likes that physicality of kind of that body contact to be able to run through. And I think this just sums up his game. I think to be able to spot that space and to kind of be that outlet for Southampton, it really helped them, and to have the legs to do so as a young player. I think at this moment in time, having that composure to kind of get your head up and recognise where the players are. He finds Armstrong with an amazing pass, and this sets up Southampton's second goal in the game. And for me, I think as young players that are watching this and who are getting opportunities, I think to try things like Danny alluded to before, but if it doesn't come off, you've got to work so hard to get back. And I think look at the pace that he's going back to. He's skipping past some of his players to go and win the ball. And to be honest, I've been really impressed with him all season, but to do it against Liverpool, I think he's going to be such a good talent in the future.
Yeah, that's brilliant, isn't it?
He's a superstar.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's going to be
and he looks like a footballer, doesn't he?
So young as well. He's got great composure, good presence. It's just how long they can keep.